Well, the national capital has played host to a remarkable and spectacularly vibrant play called Ananda, Eyes of the Healer. And joining us right now are the director of the play, Muzaffar Ali, the writer of the play, Nilüfer Karamboy, and the narrator of the play, Kabir Bedi. Welcome all of you to NewsX. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for coming in and talking about the play.
Yes, congratulations. Firstly, it was a spectacular opening day, opening night rather, and I'm sure people are waiting for the second day already. But how do you feel it went, sir, and how was the experiencing directing a play?
I was on tenterhooks. I was sitting on the light control because it's all about designing with light. I think people enjoyed it. It was not a dull moment. People were, absorbed, and I think it was a longish thing, but I think people went through it very beautifully. And lovely words she wrote, and what a voice! It held the whole thing together.
Absolutely, made it very gripping indeed. But for you, Nilüfer, since you've written it, how was it for you seeing it visually come alive through this medium today?
I think it was beautiful because when you write something, for the longest time, the characters are moving around in your own mind and you're trying to imagine them. Writing this was a very personal experience to me because I wrote this with the intention to never publish it or take it out. And it's just happened that it took stages and came out. So, very personal experience which I have loved doing.
Yes.
And I'm so glad it's the good fortune of this piece of work of mine that it found such great people to support it.
Absolutely. Kabirji, your voice, of course, is iconic. But, for you giving voice to this particular production, this play, and seeing it visually yourself today, how was it?
It was absolutely a mesmerizing experience for me to see it. Because, Nilüfer had this flight of imagination, great words, great poetry, great sentiment. But what Muzaffar has done to this is create a medley of incredible audio and visual sounds and sights. And it's really magical theater to see the balance of voices, music, lights, the choreography of it, the setting of it, the feeling of it, pure magic. And that's what we really look for in theater at its best. Something that transports you beyond the reality of film to areas that only theatre can explore in its purest form. And Muzaffar is to be complimented for this staggeringly brilliant achievement because every element he's chosen, from the cast to the choreographers to the dancers to the choice of music and the way he's edited the sound and voices, is truly a tribute to a great director. And I salute what Muzaffar's done, and I thank Nilüfer for giving birth to this project with her words and her flights of imagination. I'm very fortunate to be part of this project.
How is the experience for you directing a play? You've directed films, of course, you've written as well, but for you directing a play, a theatrical production, how is that experience?
Absorb myself in the process. And there are, you have to understand the layering, the layering of ideas, the layering of sounds, the layering of voices and music, and then layering of everything. So it's like a Alice in Wonderland. I'm just getting amazed at then layering of body movements. That it's got 5-6 dance forms, from modern dance form to Kathak to Bharatanatyam. So just layering those dances as a kind of a statement of the body language, and then using light. And I've used my paintings at the back as a kind of a mood for the whole thing. So that, it looks as if it's coming from one inspirational source. And then getting I would say then, after that, then working with light. And light and clothes, how they work together. I designed clothes which would light up the aura. They were free-flowing clothes. So that was, I think, a very interesting task, Meera, and I did it. And I sketched each costume out as how it will fly out, how it will converge, how it will do things, how it will behave in light. So that was really a very, I go very deep into things.
What it shows when we see the final product, it shows the effort that's gone into it. Visually, truly delightful. Audience, from Union Minister Hardeep Puri to G20 Sherpa, Amitabh Khan, they all loved it, as we could see. Aakhri sawal aapse, we'll end with you, sir. On, as I said, your baritone is iconic. We loved it, hearing it today, of course, through the course of the play. As Muzaffar ji said, it was so gripping, bringing alive the words of Nilofar ji. But क्या रियाज करते हैं? अब तक की आवाज़ आपकी is really stayed the same.
You know, a voice is a gift from the universe, is a gift from my parents. रियाज थोड़ा करना पड़ता है to keep the voice alive, to keep a certain. Just make sure they don't get stale. Work the vocal cords a little so that you increase your range, you increase your depth, you increase your resonance. Few things like that just help keep the voice alive. Because it's great to have a gift, but you can also waste a gift and you can allow it to just fade away. So you have to, like with the body, do a certain amount of exercise to keep the voice alive as well. And I'm glad it all worked out here, and I'm glad my voice is being put to use in great plays like this, in Soné Lumiere's and documentaries, commercials, commentaries, etc. I enjoy voice work greatly because it's just something left to one thing that has to perform, which is my voice. In film and other things, you're working with ensemble pieces, depend on a lot of other people. Here, you are largely dependent on the director of the show and my ability. So I enjoy doing voice work greatly. And I'm so proud that this has been used so brilliantly in this play, written by Niloufar and directed and composed by Muzaffar.
Thank you all so much, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of demand now for more series to see it after this as well. Thank you very much. With journalist Himanshu, Uday Pratap Singh in Delhi, News X.